welcome back to the podcast. Today's guest is someone who lives and breathes football development. He's a coach, a mentor, and one of the sharpest football minds working with young players and senior players currently around at the moment. So, Sam Walker, welcome.
Hello, thank you. Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So, Sam, I want to go right back to the start.
Okay.
Let's start. So, who is Sam, and when did you football?
Wow.
Where did we start football?
You hit the nail on the head. Football mad. My dad influenced a lot onto me, West Ham, but I used to play for a local team called Harewood Cougars. Joined there and I was just training and just absolutely fell in love with it. So any opportunity to kick a ball around I would, whether that was in the garden till it got dark, getting dragged in for dinner and stuff like that. Then joining sort of, your primary school team and then going from there. But yeah, spent a lot of time at my local club, which was Harewood Cougars, and just kicking the ball around as much as I could.
Was that from under sevens?
I think I started like the pre-academy stuff at like 5, 6. Luckily, like my best friend at the time lived down the road, so we kind of done the share of the travel. And yeah, me and him were just out in the garden all the time, or in the streets. Like you could play in the streets at that time, and so playing, just kicking the ball at every opportunity that I could.
Perfect. And so, just give us a little just about who you are.
Yep.
But not football related. So who is Sam Walker?
Yeah, just happy, bubbly person. Go around, just taking opportunities. Very spontaneous, like a bit of Leon C, a little bit of seafood. Like music, like maybe festivals or going to see live music and stuff like that. But yeah, so when I'm in my spare time, I like to sort of chill out, sort of thing, go for walks and try and get my head away from football as best I can. But it's hard. It's very hard.
I'm going to say it must be because I think you're football 7 days a week.
Pretty much, yeah. So if I'm not coaching, I'm watching it. So yeah, no, it's pretty good.
No, perfect. So that gives everybody an idea of who you are.
Yep.
So in terms of football,
Yep.
So let's take it back. What's your real sort of start memory of?
Wow.
You knew it was more than just kicking a ball with your mates.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was quite technical and I really enjoyed it, and receiving praise off people just made it even better. And I just, I thought I could really, give it a good go. I did stay with local teams, so I wasn't able to venture out to other teams. And I just thought, you know what? I'm just going to keep going, keep enjoying my football. Love scoring goals. I was almost past the ball far too much as well. I'd like to see other people score and stuff like that. So just seeing the joy of how it made my mum and dad feel, how it made my friends feel, and something to talk about as well. So that's probably my earliest memories. Again, down the local park, I used to love training because you could really express yourself during training, and obviously that little bit of pressure during match days as well. So training was just my favourite, going out twice a week, knowing that you would see your friends and being able to express yourself and then hopefully take that onto the pitch. So that's my earliest memories.
So would you say you was naturally talented, or did you just have to work did you work extra hard? I know you said that you like training.
Yeah.
So was that going twice a week? Did you find that you just had a natural talent for football, or?
It'll probably surprise a few people. I probably was like very technical, so I knew I wasn't the biggest lad, so I knew I had to sort of shield the ball, move the ball a lot quicker than people to avoid tackles and stuff like that. So it's in the family as well. My dad was a really good player when he was younger, so I just think it's a little bit genetic and a little bit of luck and a little bit of technical ability as well. But I did work hard, but then I knew physically I wasn't quite at that level, so I knew I had to think, how can I play around that, how can I move the ball quickly? So if I had a teammate that was on the same wavelength, I felt that was my biggest strength. I could just give and go and try and move up the pitch, but that was probably my biggest strength.
And then what sort of positions did you play throughout? If we started at five-a-side, essentially,
I started off as a striker, but I passed the ball too much, so I dropped back into midfield. I like being on the ball, and even sometimes drop in to defensive line to then start the move and sort of thing. So I used to love being on the ball. I used to like taking risks, sort of take that responsibility. If you did lose the ball, go and get it back sort of thing. So yeah, I wasn't scared to get on the ball, which was really good.
And sort of just go through your process, obviously. Yep. Whereabout did you play Echo League? Or because Harewood Cougars are there. I know that nowadays they're in both leagues, but as a club. But
I think we chop and change. Obviously, players come and go. We had to kind of find the level. It was a lot easier there to chop and change. There weren't as many teams as there is now. So yeah, it was a mixture between Brentwood and Echo. I think Brentwood was a good league, but the Echo was obviously a little bit more physical. So I probably developed a lot more physically when we moved to the Echo League, which was great. But yeah, I just love being out there and facing the other team, giving the obviously the opposition the respect they deserved, and just try and beat them. Yeah. So yeah, it's good fun.
Can you remember what sort of level you played at in the Echo?
Probably mid to top level, I reckon. Yeah. I guess, yeah.
And then, so then where did you go after that? So, am I right in saying you scholarships and things like that? You sort of went that direction to start with.
Yeah, so I sort of took a year's break at 14. There was all district trials flying around and stuff, and again my physicality let me down. So I'd always turn up to the trials, and I knew that I weren't strong enough. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to take a year break, play tennis, and I knew straight away tennis isn't for me. It's all about football. So a big mistake, but a big learning curve for me. At college level, we was playing college fixtures, and then we'd muck around on the Astro, and I got invited to 5-a-side tournaments, and I was like, I've got to start playing again. And then I had a scholar at 16, got in, and I was there for about a year, and then came away, and then sort of got into work purposes as well. And I thought, this is when the coaching took over. I wanted to stay in football. I had to learn the reality that maybe my chance has gone. So then we thought, right, my second best option is to get into coaching.
Perfect. So just lastly on you as Sam and as a youngster growing up playing football, and obviously you went on to coaching, so there must have been a coach that sticks in your mind that you think about or you remember and have them warm regards of being like, because I know Arthur's going to look back, I'd love for him to say it was Dad, you was my best coach, but I know he's going to say you, Sam, so I can live with that.
We'll share that.
Yeah. But do you have that?
Do you know what, as soon as you said it, my first manager came to mind. He wasn't like the best manager. We didn't have the coaching badges that we did at the time. It was very much going around cones and playing matches and stuff like that. But he was just a great person. So I think you can be a great coach, but you've got to be a good person as well. So his name was Jim. So yeah, he's brilliant. I haven't seen him for a long time, so I hope he's fitting well. So yeah, he was brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. So just a quick story time in terms. So, funniest thing a player's ever said to you?
Oh, wow. A player. Oh, no. Funniest thing a player's ever said to me. Oh, I'm going to have to get back to you on that. Is that all right?
Of course it is.
I'll get back to you on that one.
I'm going to chuck... That's just what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to chuck you off guard. I'm going to chuck a few different questions.
That was good.
But no, it's really nice to understand, I think, for everyone that doesn't know of Sam Walker coaching, that they now know who's behind it.
Yep.
So you obviously had a good footballing background to start, and then you went into work placements and the coaching. You said the coaching began there.
That's it.
When was the moment that you thought, you know what, I really want to coach?
Yeah.
Like, this is what I want to do. Yeah. And then obviously the brand started. So
absolutely.
So just talk me through that.
Gonna have to names drop a few people, unfortunately.
Go for it, mate. Go for
it. My friend Rory at college, he got onto his coaching badges and he said, Sam, this is for you. So I did my coaching badges, and then I wrote a few emails to ex-pros, and luckily Jack Collison was the first person I wrote out to. Just said, I'll come down and give you a hand on one of the soccer camps that he was hosting. No problem, met him, and obviously watching him play and now being alongside him, helping him out was massive for me. So a little bit struck at the time. He really helped me. He had me on board, gave me some voluntary hours, and I loved every second of it. And from there, he gave me lots of opportunities around Essex and Havering and London. And he sort of funded my level 1 and helped me with my coaching badges, gave me lots of opportunities. So he was a massive, massive plus for me. We even done like futsal games. He was playing for Peterborough at the time. He'd invite me to there. We done the Mark Noble testimonial. Invited me into the players' lounge after. So a massive shout out to Jack. He was huge for me. So he ended up in America now. He's doing really well out in America.
Yeah, I'm going to say I remember him. He was finished more or less at West Ham, didn't he? He was at West Ham for Cardiff, I think, for a little spell.
Yeah, he then finished up around Peterborough, I believe. Unfortunately, a knee injury sort of shortened his career, and he was a great player, and he'd score goals and he'd get on the ball. But he's just, again, his personality was unreal as well.
Yeah, I remember him scoring a screamer against Cardiff, I think it was in the playoff semi-final.
Yeah, so, I mean, if it weren't for him, we might not be in the Prem.
There you go.
So massive shout to Jack.
Bring him back.
Yeah, definitely, even with one leg.
Yeah.
He won't mind me saying that.
So, Walker Sports, how long's it been?
Yeah.
When was it born, Walker Sport?
It was 2020. And then within 3 months, we were struck with COVID, unfortunately. So, so I did lots of help with lots of other people. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to go on my own and give it a go. Also helping them guys as well. So making sure we keep the networking up as well. It started in 2020. We started off with some one-to-ones. COVID struck. And then once COVID was out and we was able to get out again, we kind of rebranded it and thought, right, let's start group session one-to-ones and start helping local teams as well. Which is really good.
And how's that structured? So what's that grown into today? So what is an average week, or what is on offer for children, professionals, semi-professionals, whoever? I know you cater for everybody. It's not just kids. So just give me...
Yeah, absolutely. So we do group sessions 3 days a week, Monday, Thursday and Friday. 2 of them are development sessions, so they help the player grow and confidence. And on a Friday, we call it Friday Fun Night, because they've had a long week at school, so they come in, we do a little warm-up game, we try and get them into matches as quickly as possible. So that's a really good session. One-to-one sessions, we kind of deliver that weekly, so we'll send a message out, who wants what, and we'll try and cater to everyone that we can. We also offer goalkeeper sessions as well. And then during the day, we're able to help with some non-league players or players that aren't at school and stuff like that. So players that are ready to go to that next level. So we will try and find some time to fit them in during the day and give them an opportunity. Lately we had Bobby Unwin in from Lewes Football Club. So he came down on a Friday morning, was able to help him out as well. So little things like that to keep them fit, sharp. And anything they want to work on as an individual, it's nice for them to share what they're doing, what they're going through, how match day looks like for them and stuff like that. So we really try and help them get to that next level.
And I noticed a few of the Grays players, because we think it's important to point out you're also one of the coaches with Grays Athletic at the moment. So they like pre-season training, is it? And get ready for or is it get ready for pre-season?
Yeah, almost like pre-season.
Right.
So a lot of players, they, season finished and they don't know what to do themselves. So they might go on a break for a weekend or a week away, and they want to keep themselves fit and ticking over. So really grateful for some of the lads to come down and do some pre-season work. We'll do some sort of interval training, stop-start, and it's really tough, especially when the weather's hot as well. And now I'll cover the technical side of things, so getting the touches in and the passing and the shielding of the ball. So just easing them into before pre-season, because it is really tough. You normally get a 4 to 6 week window. A lot of fixtures come up thick and fast, and a lot of training sessions. So hopefully we can keep them ticking over just before they go back to the team. Yeah.
And that's open to everybody, isn't it? It's not
Absolutely,
just...
Yeah, we kind of cater probably for the pre-seasons. If you're above 16, playing at a good level, we'll come in, we'll help you keep fit, and we'll do a bit of technical work with you as well.
Oh, perfect. So I'm just thinking from our perspective as a club.
Yeah.
The EGA tides and things like that are absolutely perfect for us, definitely. Of them older age groups.
Definitely. And when they're towards the end of the session, we go into that little bit of match play stuff as well. So they'll be mixing with some top players, so they'll be learning a lot off them as well, especially how much work rate they put in to the sessions as well. So we'd love to have them over, for sure.
Perfect. Right, that's your grilling and your interview done, mate. Now we can rip kids football to pieces now.
Let's do it.
So, as a coach now,
yep.
What do you think the biggest misunderstood thing in terms of coaching is? Right? What do dads who just fall into it?
Yeah.
They didn't ask for it. Fall into it. What do you think the biggest mistake is?
I think we need to remember why you're doing it. We get distracted and we look online and we think, oh, they're doing that and we should try and do that. But each player and each team is different. So we need to try and figure out what's best for your team. Get on the ball as long as you can. Be as positive as you can, and equal playing time. Keep everyone happy as best as you can. Be open and honest as well, and the best, communication. Talk to parents, talk to players. Keep it as positive as possible, and think, we're here to develop players, not get results. I think that's really, really important. The result is they go out there, they get that 1% better, whether that's at training or matches. That's a win in my eyes. I think that's really, really important, that any coach out there, try not to get distracted by what you see online. What works best for your team, and how can you get the best out of your team?
Yeah, it's. I must admit, I'm not gonna plead that I'm sort of this. Oh yeah, no, it's all about progression. I've been there. I've been that, taking 5-year-olds and thinking that we're Pep Guardiola and whoever. Like, I think when you just chucked into it,
Definitely.
you do go in with the right intentions, but I think games can get hold of you where
massively
you. Dare I say, you might not quite see eye to eye with the coach, or you might have lost to them the previous time, and the kids don't seem to remember, but us adults seem to want to make that wrong right. And I think sometimes we go about things the wrong way, make it too competitive. I only know from my group of boys is that everyone says, oh, it's non-competitive. But to them, it's everything.
It certainly is.
So how as a coach could you channel that to educate ourselves as coaches, but also those children? How do we get them to see it in a different light?
I think asking questions, or really one thing I do that I think really works well. What went well today? What joy did you get out of today? And then so they might have the well, we lost 2-0, and they're like, you know, they're sad or upset, or they've been brought off. Maybe you could flip it to, what did you do well today? And it might be like, oh, I love that tackle I did. Brilliant. Next game, can you give me 2 more of those? Then all of a sudden, that doom and gloom becomes, next game I'm going to put 2 or 3 more tackles in because it made me feel great. Or I might have made 2 or 3 really good passes. Can we double that next game, or can we add 2 or 3 more? All of a sudden, that mindset of the mindset on the result is, let's get these passes in. And then coincidentally, hopefully then results will then come if we put the 2 and 2 together. So really giving them individual challenges maybe might take the mind off the result. I mean, we all want to win, we all love winning, but if we got a player maybe who's purely right-footed, and we can say, right, give us 2 or 3 passes with your left, or a cross or a shot with your left foot, and then the result becomes that instead of the actual result between the 2 teams.
I must admit, as we got further on, more so since we were 7-a-side, so we're no longer the last year of 7-a-side. We've got another year to go. But when we started at under 9s, I remember there being a moment where we was at a tournament at Leyton Orient, and it was just the way the speed of the passing, plus the technical side, plus they didn't score. The keeper saved it at the end, but we were just like, you'd have thought we'd have just won the World Cup. We were because when you just get that click, you're like, they've done it.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
And what a feeling it gets when they put something together.
And how good is the standard now?
It's a joke.
It's ridiculous, honestly. Like I said earlier about coaches, like, no disrespect to the coach I had, I'm really grateful, but it was cone work, shooting into an empty net, and no competitive nature, or there was no 1v1s and stuff like that, and the stuff we've learnt. And you see the standard now of grassroots. It's incredible. Yeah, it's really good.
So the under 10 side that I help run, they're Division 2 of the Brentwood League, and they play very good football.
Yeah,
very good football. We went to a tournament recently where there was a developed pitch.
Yeah,
and to think how well my team plays, or our team plays, shall I say, to then watching these kids that were just on a completely different level. And I'm just thinking, where does that bar start? It's outrageous, because you can look. We've got teams that are mid-level.
Yeah.
Some are mid to low, and you can see the difference between them. And obviously, but then when it goes that other step, where the speed, the intelligence, the decision making, it's just absolutely frightening.
It's frightening. Yeah, I agree. It's a good watch, and also like, wow.
It's just like, where I couldn't do that. We didn't even know about that. Some of the things that they do, especially at like the under 7s, you think, how do you even know to do that?
Absolutely.
It's just born, right? You can't teach that, surely.
I think so. And you know what? They watch a lot on YouTube. Yeah, you got FIFA and stuff like that, and it's on TV all the time. It's all we talk about, and you've got Shorts, you've got TikTok, you've got Instagram. I think where it's just embedded in us, and they copy the players' mannerisms, can't you? You can see the way they walk, the way they talk, or the way they conduct themselves. They're like little mini footballers, and really important that the pros or the semi-pros are acting in a good way, because they just copy them. you know, everything they do and the way they walk and talk is it's incredible.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, sorry.
That's right.
For you as a coach, what's more important, skill or confidence?
Oh, skill or confidence? That's a great question. I think a confident player will help the skill. So I'm looking at confidence first.
Yeah.
I think if your mindset's not in the right place, you're half the player. And it's about unlocking that. If you can unlock that or engage that or help with that, I think the skill can come later on. So just making sure they want to be there, they feel good. I think that's half the job, definitely. So confidence.
Confidence, period.
Yeah, definitely.
And one drill that you swear by, that is a must. Every level.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with possession. So any sort of box possession, and then a breakout possession. So it might be 2 or 3 passes, and then break out maybe out wide or into a striker. I think you're getting the midfield players on the ball. You're getting your wide players out wide, and you're getting strikers in the box. So definitely a possession, and then play out and get into a finish. The goalies are getting busy as well. They're all in kind of their natural positions. I'll do lots of reps of that, and it will come natural. And if they're getting combust in the middle, we might have to make it a bit bigger, or they might have to think about their spatial awareness. And then you can perhaps move the players around and give them opportunities to go, actually, stop moaning at them, because it's a hard job putting the ball in the box, and maybe it's a hard job to hold the ball up. So give the players opportunities to maybe mix position, to really try, and they can understand how hard it is for another player's position as well. So yeah, possession out into a winger, into strikers as well, definitely.
So just interesting, because you said you started that and with their natural position.
Yeah.
So no.
Yeah.
This. I think this will be the $1 million question forever in kids' foot or grassroots football.
Mm-hmm.
At what age do you think a child should start to pick up and say, right, that's their strongest position, that's where they play, their most confident, play best? What age do we stop? Oh no, you've had 10 minutes in that position, now move to that. So I'm going to be fair.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not tricking you. I'm not slipping you up.
This is a good question.
We was a team, the under 10s, that from the second year of five-a-side, predominantly, other than they all got 2 positions and 2 positions
That's
only.
Good.
We didn't go past that, and now we're probably got a couple of players that play 2. Mm-hmm. Some might only even play 1.
Gotcha.
Now I don't know if we're doing the right thing or the wrong thing, but the balance is right. No one seems to be moaning, so that's one good thing.
I think that's brilliant. I think 2 positions is great. You can almost go your strongest one on one you want to work on. So one that will throw you off, so maybe right to left or midfield, up top, or even in defence. So you're learning both sides. I'd probably say going into secondary school, at least, probably, you understand. And sometimes if you get constant praise and in yourself you haven't played well, it's nice to have that honest feedback as well. So I think round about that sort of age, you kind of know in yourself that you haven't maybe played well, and when you're being told you played well and whatever, I think you'd have a bit more of an understanding around that age. So I think once you go into secondary school, it's about being real, a bit more realistic, a bit more honest, and start to narrow down them positions and start being honest with each other. But I think the way you're doing it is really, really good. 2 positions, one that you're comfortable with, and one maybe you want to try out, or if we're 2 or 3 players down one week, we can rely on this player to do a job. Definitely.
And just because it's got my brain going in certain situations that we may have faced, and I'm sure I'm not alone here, but I think this happens every day. Kids playing at certain levels. For me, and please tell me if I'm wrong,
no worries.
My belief is that if you're too good, you should move on and move up. And if you're struggling with the level of everybody else, you should move down. Now, I know that's not easy because everyone makes friends, everyone gets settled and gets happy, but would you agree or would you disagree in saying that it can be damaging either way?
I think the environment we're in anyway in life is really important. I think you can try, we can have a window where you give it a go. So you might have a really good player and you might say to them, try this, let's make it a little bit harder for you. And if they're smashing that and they're hitting goals and targets, it's almost time for them to move on for their own purpose, and the other way round as well. So if we are struggling, we can give them, a month to 2 window. And being honest, I think it's really, really important, because it's not good for anyone, not good for them. It's not good for the team, the coach. So I think it's really important that we try and find that environment. I know how hard it is with grassroots at the moment, but having that little window, really, really try and give it 100%. And if it isn't quite working out after 4 to 6 weeks, that honest conversation, I think that's absolutely fine for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is just my viewpoint on it, not to say that it's right, but for me, I know there's a problem when I'm compromised in equal playing time.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm feeling like, I've got it, and that is not aimed at any child.
No.
It's just that you know that things are tight, or the game is really close.
Yeah.
And it's not even going to bother me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the fact it's trying to dilute the reactions of the other kids when 1 or 2 players, it might be, come on, make a not their fault.
Yeah.
They're just playing against a much higher level player.
Absolutely.
That forces them to make mistakes, or nicks the ball off them because they've needed a few more seconds that they're not being allowed to have.
Yeah,
and then the children are then like, oh God, it's you again. And as a coach, I try to keep an environment where that doesn't happen. Like we do hear, I think everyone would be lying if they said they haven't heard one kid say to the other about being rubbish, or that was this, or that was that. It's just what little kids do. But we keep that environment pretty much. They know they're not allowed to talk like that. They know they're only supposed to encourage.
Yeah.
And they are spoken to when they don't.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I think it's a big problem personally. But that's when I get to my moment, is that compromise of time. And I also feel that they're not going to get any better sitting up.
No, of course. It's a tough one. It is really hard, and there's so many volunteers that go out every twice a week and a Sunday and do the best they can. And we all try their best. No one goes out there to foul on purpose. So really, really difficult thing to do. I think a 4 to 6 window and having that honest conversation with the better player or the not so better player. There's probably teams within that club that there might even be a second team, or there might even, or players, potentially me, that can come in and help you on a one-to-one level, or you could offer that advice and have that plan B. Definitely is a good option to have.
Oh, perfect.
Definitely.
So we go back to story time. Have you thought about the answer yet?
Oh,
no,
funny.
if you haven't, we'll give you another question.
I'm going to have to text you later. I'll voice note you at 10 o'clock tonight.
Worst reffing decision you've ever seen or been part of?
Premier League, Grays,
wherever.
wherever.
Worst one that you thought, oh my God, has that just happened?
Oh no.
I love the pressure I'm putting you under right now.
I love it. No, this is brilliant. Do you know when we see it at Grays a lot? This is horrible. I hope no one's watching. Clear foul.
I hope everyone's watching one.
Yeah, they are. It's like, I'm gonna go. This is one that's just come to mind. We played Bales Pitsea earlier in the year. Their keeper got sent off after 10 seconds. Jack Stone closed the goalkeeper down, blocked the ball, and the goalie sort of, parried the ball with his hand outside the box. So within 10 seconds, they're down to 10 men. And the ref couldn't wait to level it out. So within 10 seconds, we're 10v11. I think we're 20 minutes into the game now. Oscar loved to tackle. He put a tackle in, clearly won the ball. But because of his angle, he just gave him a straight red and levelled it up. I think it was in his head that he just wanted to level it up, and poor Oscar was on the receiving end of it. So there are pictures of it. We've had a conversation. The refs actually apologised, which is quite rare. That just shows how bad it was.
So if you want to know the referees, just look at the fixture. Leave the ref alone.
Yeah, that was not good. It was right in front of us as well. Oscar loves a tackle. I'd hate to receive a tackle from Oscar. But yeah, straight red, didn't even think about it, and now we're 10v10, and very luckily we got a result, which is a tough place to go as well.
Yeah, not easy.
It is a tough place.
Welcome to WVE Studios, a brand new purpose-built video, photo and podcast studio right here in Wickford, Essex. Our video studio is ideal for showreels, live streams and talking head videos, with state-of-the-art lighting and audio equipment that makes your content look and sound amazing. Need stunning images? Our photo studio is a flexible 3x3 metre blank canvas. Perfect for headshots, portraits and more. And with changeable studio lighting, you can create just the right look for every shoot. Plus, we offer newborn, family, pet, business photo shoots and so many others. We have a photo shoot session perfect for you. And for the podcasters, our custom-built podcast studio features 4 high-quality microphones, a large screen, and fully customizable lighting and sound effects. Perfect for audio or film sessions. Book your space today at wvstudios.co.uk.
Okay, Sam, so we're going to move on to real talk.
Perfect.
So, is football too serious?
At the top level, yes, 100%. It's got to a point now where you go to a game, you can't celebrate goals. And we're stopping frames and moving it millimetres and stuff like that. I'm looking at the offside decisions. And, you know, you watch the game in the naked eye and you think that's a clear goal. And then you can't celebrate it and stuff like that, which does annoy me. And it does annoy most football fans out there, unfortunately. So I think Wenger's come up with a new, you know, if part of the body's onside, that's gonna be now onside and little things like that. So I hope that does come into play because we all want to see goals. You know, we don't want VAR decisions taking 5-6 minutes, and you know, people's livelihoods are on. You know, we're invested in it. People bet and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to see it, you know, be a bit more fair. Obviously, we talk about decisions for weeks on end, but yeah, I would like to see more goals, more entertainment, and a faster paced game for sure.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you saying about decision makings, VARs and things like that. We now in grassroots, obviously, nearly everyone now has a VO, whatever you bloody want to call them. So they give you the opportunity to look back. Mm-hmm. Helpful to kids or not? Or does it hurt? Highlights hurt or not? What do you reckon?
I would look at them for sure, and obviously look at the pros and cons. I wouldn't get too invested in it too much because it's been and done. But it could be a case of I've done 3 good things and maybe 3 things I need to work on as well. So have a quick look over it. Maybe it's always better to look. I think personally to sleep on things. You know, how many times have we been to a game and that first initial moment you think, oh my word, la 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 la, and you wake up the next morning and go, actually I was wrong. So sleeping on it, watch the video, have a look at maybe 3 things you've done well, 3 things you need to work on, put it to bed, jot it down on a bit of paper, and then look forward to the next game. Definitely.
And with all the kids that you coach, is there one thing that you noticeably see that if you had a magic wand that you could change, like a bad habit or a consistency in what kids do that maybe isn't how it should be? I think it's being switched on for the duration of the session. I think 3/4 of it, they might get a bit tired or distractions, and just that concentration level. There's a lot going on, a lot of distraction. There might be other teams going on, but I got taught as a child, and if I weren't looking at the coach or at least acknowledging what he was saying, I'd know about it, you know. And I just think it's really, really important that we look and listen to what the coach is saying and try and take it on board. And sometimes we might not agree with them, but having the respect for an adult and looking at them and taking it in, I think is really, really important. So not as such as bought feet, more like the attention span and locking in and really focusing on what's being said. Definitely. And what about the parents, mate? What let's be real. Let's dive into it a little bit more than just a quick fire.
Yeah.
What are parents doing wrong? What do they need to change? We're not saying everyone.
Yeah.
Let's be honest, the biggest percentage.
I think it'd be really, really good if there was some sort of course out there for them to look and have a look and actually understand what the coach is trying to deliver, like making a good person and a good player. Calming down and just realising, you know, if we can get that again 1% better every session and go, do you know what, he has come out, he's cold, he's put his kit on, he's looked like he's enjoyed himself. Or he or she, and we've seen he or she use her left and right foot. We'll take that as a pro. we'll go home, we'll reevaluate, and we'll think of a next plan for next session. So really think that, you know, we might not be at our brilliant best all the time. We might have other issues going on. Really understanding what's going on in everyone's lives and thinking, do you know what, we're going out there, we're playing a game, we're trying to do our best of our ability, and really understanding that.
That's good. So, do you see much match day stuff?
Yeah, so on the odd occasion I'll go and watch a player, maybe if I've done one-to-ones with. Prem, watch a lot of the Prem, and obviously the Grays games as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
No, it was more in the terms of the going and sticking with the parents.
Yeah.
As a coach, when you know that you've worked, cause I know you're slightly different. You don't
Yeah.
actually have a youth team, I don't believe,
Not
do
at the
you?
minute,
Then?
no.
So if you keep teaching one thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then their game starts, and then dad and mum and granddad, auntie, whoever on the other side are just completely getting it wrong with instructions. What's your message to those that tend to think that they know best?
I think if it's really bad, it will have to be addressed there and then. But if we're dealing with stuff in the moment, I find that's not always the best thing, because our emotions might get ahead of us. So going home, sleeping on it, evaluate on it, and if it is really bad, we can say, you know, we'd prefer it if you wouldn't say stuff, or encouragement and clapping we'd really appreciate. And we can say, like, our goal at the moment is to play two-touch football, or our goal is to get more crosses in, or stop more goals going in. So really, again, having that fantastic communication with the coaches and the staff and the players, if we could get that going well, I think hopefully that will, reduce the problems. But we all know on a match day, it does go out the window. So I think it's really important having the backing from everyone in the team and singing off the same song sheet, and it will be a lot easier.
Yeah, no, I tend to agree totally. For me, I know that from the coaching side, we've micromanaged these children too much.
Okay.
To where they some don't think for themselves, and then so we're trying to install that.
Yeah.
But because we're now being quiet, we are now more aware of comments that are being made the other side, because before we were so engrossed all being loud ourselves.
Okay. Yeah.
And like you say, even us, every now and again we'll forget ourselves, but we're trying to be more encouraging. And what we do a lot more now is, if they make a good decision, we'll shout across and give them, and they'll look as if to say, "What have I done?"
Yeah, yeah.
And you give them a thumbs up, brilliant, well done,
Yeah, love it. That's
great
good.
decision, do that again.
Yeah.
There is times where you're like, quick, pass it, like you can't help it just kicks in.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it's sort of been more noticeable what parents, and like my parent group's amazing.
That's good. You're
Couldn't ask for a better group.
Yeah.
It really generally is. So that it's only coming from a place of excitement.
Yeah.
Most of the time
Absolutely.
I'm correcting my wife because I'm stupid
Oh,
like that.
that's...
I haven't learned to shut my mouth.
What's Sunday evenings like? Are they all right?
Yeah, it depends what I
Roasting
said.
up.
Yeah, it depends what I said.
Yeah.
But no, I think everyone
Yeah.
just needs to take a breath sometimes.
I think so. Isn't it great to see him play football? I've got a 3-year-old boy now. I can't wait for him to go out there and kick a ball around, and we'll have to do this interview again and see.
Yeah,
I'll be able to relate more.
Well, it's quite funny. On Sunday we played Brentwood Youth.
Yep.
And one of their coaches was Lucas Fabianski.
Oh yeah.
So we were just chatting to him midway through the game, and I asked him an honest question. I said, "Do you believe now that you Premier League players have created a problem within grassroots?"
Yeah.
He puffed his cheeks and was like, "Oh boy, yes."
Oh really? That's coming from one who's...
And that's coming from someone that was on the Saturday was on the bench for West Ham,
Yeah,
and then
that's
on
incredible.
Sunday, which was quite distracting because we got a lot of West Ham fans in our team. So they were like, we had to reverse that excited energy to impress him, and thankfully they did.
Yeah,
but
nice.
rather than let it put them off. There was a
tactic.
Premier League, but I said, boys, who has a Premier League player watching them?
Absolutely, yeah.
So it was a nice little icing on the cake.
He's a nice bloke, isn't he? He's
very
a lovely
very,
bloke.
very nice.
It's nice for him to obviously still playing and put that time and effort into. Was his boy there?
Yeah,
or
his
something
boy
like that?
plays.
Yeah.
I just said, and he said, "I love it, absolutely
Yeah,
love
no,
it." Because
brilliant.
I think I was me being me. I just said to him, I said, was harder, kids grassroots football
Yeah.
or having Zuma in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely.
His
good one.
answer was Mavropanos, but we won't even go there. But
Brilliant.
no, all joking aside, he was like absolute gentleman and
Yeah, good bloke.
fantastic. Didn't not stop for one photo, and there was a few teams afterwards that pestered him. So big shout out to him.
Brilliant.
So fixing football, Sam.
Fixing
You're
football.
fixing football. One rule in
Okay.
football you would change, or you football that you would change.
Do you know what? This is, maybe you'll agree with this, it's the timekeeping. You know, when you've gone to a game, there's loads of subs, goals, throw-ins, and we're running the clock down. I can't believe we're in 2026 and there's no one just stopping the time when the ball goes out of play, and it'll save all that arguments. And again, there's a lot on these games, you know, especially at the top level. It could be promotion, it could be Champions League places, relegation. And I think you'd probably get more of a game if you played 80 minutes and just stopped the clock.
Yeah.
Because I think the average ball playing time is probably between 60 and 70 minutes. So I'd rather have 40 minutes halves, but the game is played for 40 minutes, and it would stop all the time wasting and the gamesmanship and stuff like that. So I think timekeeping would be the thing I'd change tomorrow, definitely.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's weird
Yeah.
because I remember reading something saying that the ball is out of play for roughly 15 to 20 minutes
Easily.
per game, and I was like, no way. And then I remember going to a
Yeah.
game thinking, blimey,
It's a
yeah,
lot.
like the
It's a
amount of
lot.
time it is out.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
you've sort of nailed that.
yeah, definitely.
I suppose in grassroots football, really, it's a lot of it is pitch allocation. Maybe that
Yeah.
they've got so many teams that need the pitch, and then
Definitely.
this time of year, which I think it's mental that we play football and we don't. We stop. I know it's something to do with deal with the cricket.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we don't play through the summer because it allows
Yeah.
kids the chance to learn cricket as well,
Okay, fair enough.
and the TV rights and whatever.
Mm.
But for grassroots, I know, like my under-17s, for example, we have to kick off before 1:30
Yeah.
certain times of the year because we'll be in the dark.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Not everyone's lucky to have 3G with floodlights.
Yeah, I think that's another problem as well. It's not enough facilities for teams. It'd be nice if like more schools had more Astros and stuff. So hopefully we'll get more availability soon for sessions and grassroots thing.
Well, I know what happens if I win into money. I know what I'm doing
Oh,
with it.
definitely.
As
definitely.
many 3G pitches as I possibly can.
100%.
What's your opinions on Football Academy, Sam?
Mixed. I think obviously again they're all trying their best. I know it can be quite cutthroat, but I also do think you can get probably similar development at a strong non-league club like Grace. There's so many good systems out there. Even the college programs, you can find gems and stuff like that. So as a parent, I wouldn't be hooked too much on the academy. Great if you get the opportunity, grab it with two hands. But yeah, just have your wits about you, and always have that plan B. There are so many clubs and foundations and organisations out there that will give you a similar development. And again, if you're playing football and you're being challenged and it's hard and you enjoy it, you're in the right environment. So yeah, no disrespect to all the academies out there, and they do a fantastic job. And again, how good these players are becoming, but obviously don't turn your nose up to high level grassroots or non-league clubs for sure.
No, perfect. And for you, what if you was to be looking what for a player? If you're thinking,
Yeah.
let's just say, for example, I don't know, Grays or whoever has said to you, right, we're looking for a player. What are you looking for? What message could you give
Yeah.
parents to tell their children? Like, because I think I know for Arthur's
Yeah.
been played at venues where they've been known to be scouts there.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Arthur wants to do every skill that he's ever learned in his thing, and I keep trying to tell him at his young age that
Yeah.
they're not looking for that.
Absolutely,
If you're the
yeah.
calm one on the ball,
There
but
you
from
go.
your perspective,
Yeah.
what are you looking for if someone asked you?
I would look for a player who wants the ball. I'd look for a player who's looking for space. I'm looking for a player who can pass the ball. If they lose the ball, their reactions are good. They're not throwing their arms out. They've got the ability to get back, use their strength, and just be creativity and willing to take risks. I think if you've got that and they're loud, and they're showing signs of that, I think the rest, the decision making will come in good time, and they'll start making better decisions over, not so good decisions. So if they've got that hunger, desire, calling, and a good reaction, we see so many players lose the ball and the head goes down, and the next 5 minutes they're not interested. I'm looking for a player who potentially does make a mistake, hopefully very rarely, but as soon as they make that mistake, the head's up and they're willing to get the ball back as well. And if you've got the ball, the other team can't score. So I would want my player to want the ball and do good things with it, definitely.
Oh, perfect. That leads me on nicely.
Yeah.
Pick me one player, past or present, alive or not, that you would have loved to have coached.
This is ridiculous, but I'm going to go Messi. I've just idolised Messi. From 6-7 years old, just watching him, and again, I just love how humble he is. He's achieved everything you'd want to achieve, and he's just got that hunger and desire to just want to go and score more goals or help his friends out, and the way he's conducted himself, he's been incredible. So I just love 10 minutes with Messi, even if it's a game of two-touch. I don't think I'd be able to coach him much, but...
Listen, everyone's got something to learn.
Yeah, I'll try and find something. Yeah, maybe we'll do a goalkeeping session or something with him.
Tell him his right foot, he needs to use his right foot.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll see what he's like. But I just would love to be in his company just for 5-10 minutes and just to see what he could do with a ball. And honestly, I'd be over the moon. So it'd be Messi.
So, yeah, I've got little young Messi.
Yeah.
Not talking about Arthur, just in general.
Yeah.
Tell me why my son or daughter would benefit from coming to Walker Coaching.
Definitely, we'll give you the best. It's very warm. We make sure the coaches give you a nice warm welcome. We do a little bit, and we're asking how you are. We're asking how we can make you a better player, and we'll do it's student-led, us-led, and we'll just give you the best opportunity. So we'll give you a ball at feet. We'll constantly look at ways of improving. We'll look at your strengths and stuff that you want to work on. And we'll do it in the most positive manner as well. So not just me, the coaches are fantastic as well. So we'll be prepared, honest feedback. And, we'd even go our way to ask how you're getting on. And we'd like to know how you're getting on as well. So it's a very community feel, very similar to Grace as well. So, and we just want all our players to go as far as they want to go. So that is why I'd definitely come over to our place for sure.
Perfect. And what's the shaping like? What's the ambition for Walker Coaching? Where do you want it to go? Where is it now, and where do you want it to go?
I've got 2 pathways potentially, so I could go right or left. The non-league stuff's brilliant. I love being part of Grace. Massive thanks to absolutely everyone at the club. It's so warm. So the non-league route, or to continue to do what I'm doing, is just helping players, and it's like a carousel. So 5-6-year-olds, and hopefully they can go out throughout the whole system. We run up to normally around 13 years old, and then by that time they're playing for teams, and then we can offer one-to-ones as well. So just to continue to grow, have more venues, venture out to new places, and just help as many people as we can.
Oh, perfect. And most importantly, where can people find you? If you've got some camps coming up or anything like that, what have you got going on where people might be able to... And obviously, they can get in touch with you online. Yeah,
so Walker Sports Coaching on Facebook, Instagram, Walker Sports. We just started YouTube. That's good fun. Or contact us directly. We've also got camps coming up, February half-term camp. So we do tournament day as well. So we always conclude the half-terms with just matches. Because as much as they love the coaching sessions, they just itching to play football and show us what they can do as well. So we've got a few days over February, and we continue to do that during half terms. We're based in Harold Hill, Romford, so we're at Noak Hill Sports Complex, and we're very lucky to be at Orsett Heath Academy as well. So local to Romford, Essex and Thurrock.
No, that's perfect. And I can vouch and give you the best review. It's not fake, it's real, generally, in the confidence that you've give Arthur. Funny enough, I was sat with Danny Sandbridge the other day, and I said when Arthur showed an interest to go and goal,
nice.
I said that he's been very, very lucky to be around people like you and Danny.
Appreciate that.
I think what you can do in terms of their confidence, certainly, and just the way you talk to him is to be commended. Like you have such a soft approach, which
Thank you.
from a parent, forget coaching, a parent looking in looks sincere. And when he pesters you around the ground at Grays,
He's
as
all good.
a lot of them do now, because they all know you now.
Yeah.
A lot of them come to your games. That you've always got time of day for them.
Appreciate it.
So from me, thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for bringing him over. He's a joy to coach, definitely.
Well, I'm not sure that's quite true.
No, he's brilliant. Yeah.
But yeah, just to finish up.
Yep.
Let's see if we can do this.
Yep.
Well, first of all, have you thought about? You still haven't thought
No,
about it?
I haven't.
Right.
No, Andy, I'm gonna voice note you tonight.
Voice note me tonight, and we will share
Put it
that.
in the comment section. We'll put it in there.
But we're going to finish with football gave me.
Wow, football gave me the confidence to speak to everyone, to grow, and to feel a better person. Definitely, and to venture out.
Perfect. We're going to put all the socials and all the links to everything that we possibly can in this for you.
Brilliant.
And I hope it goes well.
Thank
Keep
you.
smashing it, mate. You're doing an amazing job. Thank you for coming in.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
No worries.
Cheers, Andy. Thank you.